Hi friends, it's Salt. If you're new here, this channel is all about salt. Salt is the alchemical element of transformation. Salt cleanses and heals, and it transmutes energy just like you do. This channel finds the rare archetypes who move through life differently. So if you found this, I'm really honored to have you and be one of the few who gets to see and reflect you properly. Right away, this one's probably going to be, has a lot of meat on it. It has a lot of juice. I'm sorry. I've just been getting a lot of really random things I'm going to have to put together for you. So bear with me as I try to understand all of this. One thing that I just want to note right away that's coming up so strongly, I don't know why. It seems caffeine is really important. I don't know if some of you are over consuming. I don't know if some of you are trying to consume less. I'm being guided to mention that, and I'm being guided to mention that right away. I really don't know. I don't think I'm going to hold on to that one too strong yet, but it might come up later again. So there's two really important astrological downloads I keep getting, and one of them is the Jupiter Cazimi that's happening on the 24th. If you're already familiar, I'll just briefly touch about it. If not, then me touching about it will be helpful to you. But essentially, this is a very rare moment. A planet like Jupiter moves very slowly. So it's a concentrated moment of clarity, essentially. And it keeps coming to me, I think, because for this collective, it marks the light finally being able to reach you in a way. That's what I keep seeing is like darkness, and then the light is able to seep in a way. And so I'm not saying that this collective, is the darkness. I'm just saying there might have been darkness overshadowing you. And the significance with the Cazimi is light being able to reach your inner world. I'll talk more about that as we go through this reading, but that one is very, very significant to you. I would suggest looking it up. I'm going to leave the two transits for you in the comments, just so for your reference, so you have them to touch on later. So don't worry if you don't catch everything right away. The second influence is Juno stationing direct at 16 degrees in Scorpio. I believe this is sometime in July, but what I keep seeing for this particular transit for this collective is it is signaling a turning point for how you choose commitment. And I think that's going to be significant as I start pulling cards, but just know those are the two transits that are probably going to be popping up in this one, along with caffeine consumption, which I'm still unsure about. I don't really know. I know I haven't had coffee yet, so maybe that's what this is. But okay. The first thing that I'm seeing here is I'm picking up on a group of people who are reaching like a coherence in their frequency. There is a shift in this group where you may have reached a place where a lot of boundaries are being created. Now, I'm seeing like fragmented energies being pushed away from you. So this could be like coherence in your energy, which ties into the Cazimi, I think. You are not allowing fragmented energies to reach you anymore. And this could be in all aspects of your life now. And that's kind of where the coherence comes from. So in the past, you've had fragmented coherence. That means that you've allowed certain parts of your life to have energies that don't serve you, but you've removed them in others. So you've reached breaking points, like say, for example, in your job, and you don't allow those fragmented energies, but in relationships, you've tolerated it. And that kind of has created an unbalanced coherence. It doesn't mean that you weren't powerful, because you were. You had those small levels of coherence, but you are fully embodying full coherence. Upcoming, maybe now, you are asserting boundaries in all aspects of your life, whether that be relationship, jobs, family. I'm seeing it in all places, and you're able to reach the coherence frequency at this point. So what's interesting about this is there are two specific energies kind of tied to you. The first one feels chaotic, and the second one feels more ancestral. It feels like a deeper root in your family ties and past lives. I think the second one will come up later because it seems a little bit more weighted, but let's talk about the first one, the chaotic energy, because it's really a disruptive force to you right now, or it has been. There's a current theme here. So I'm sensing the chaotic energy kind of tugs on you frequently and pulls you into states of hypervigilance. So if you are feeling random urges to like scan things, what that really means is like research or figure out information about this particular energy. This could be them pulling at you and your ability to see that in real time happening. The body has a funny way of protecting you with this kind of thing. So basically what's happening with this hypervigilance is your body is preemptively preparing for this energy to come back, and it's protecting you. So when your mind and body feel their energy like planning to return in some way, or it hits your energy fields in some way, it remembers what it feels like to be in their chaos. So it's instinctively bracing. And that's why you're getting these hits to like research them, to look them up, to figure out information about them. That's your body like protecting you, essentially. Basically, your body's saying, hey, I feel someone is thinking about me or coming back. We need to prep. We need to prepare. We need to make sure we're safe. And so that's where the scanning and the research and the hypervigilance come from, is it's a protection mechanism. But it is also an indicator that they still have emotional ties on and like are plugged into you in some way. That's why you're kind of like reacting chaotically in those instances. What I'm picking up also from this first energy is they feel intentionally cryptic. So I feel like this person purposefully talks or has talked to you. They've communicated with you in a way that is cryptic, meaning they would be intentionally confusing or try not to make sense to pique your interest. And this is because, number one, they were scared to be open and vulnerable, but also because they knew that your body was highly sensitive and would respond in that hypervigilance way to protect you. So they kind of knew how to, I guess, get that reaction from you. I'm being guided to present this to you in a way to where you understand not to react to cryptic communication and only accept sincerity and vulnerability. And Spirit is presenting it to me in a way to where you understand that even if they aren't doing it consciously, there is that manipulation to understanding how your energy responds and presenting information purposefully confusing. So cryptic and confusing communication just leave you more confused, right? They don't serve you, even if you feel that deep need to understand. That's kind of like how the siphoned energy is feeding off of you. In the past, I'm sensing you would be scanning a lot more. You would have this hypervigilance like reaction, but I'm sensing that like you have become either attuned to it, or you will after this reading. I'm not sure, but there is a point in your timeline where you are now recognizing these pings and these leaks and how they come to you consciously like that. So your higher self, I guess Spirit is wanting me to tell you this. Your higher self will feel no urgency. So if you have like an urgent feeling to investigate something, that's usually not your higher self. Your higher self is very calm and doesn't need to react immediately to things. So it's being presented to me to explain that to you clearly so you can start being more conscious of these pulls and what is a tug at your energetic frequency and what is actually your higher self speaking to you. So, wow, that was a lot, huh? Okay, so now I'm seeing really two abstract things, so bear with me again. Two things that came up: money struggles. I don't really know. That's kind of like the caffeine hit. I'm not sure what to do with those maybe they'll come later. I'm not going to force it. But I'm also like having a pull to see someone really uncomfortable at a concert. Super abstract, I know. I'm thinking that the money struggles might be specific to some of you, like either you're starting a new path making money or a journey of starting over in some way. The concert one is interesting. It's a little bit odd, right? I think this is talking more about how, I mean, you could actually feel uncomfortable. Like you could be that kind of person that doesn't like concerts. But I also think that this might be talking more about how you feel in situations that that collectively have a specific feeling of like belonging. You feel odd or misplaced in those environments. I think this is a call to accept yourself in that way. It doesn't have to be maybe specific to concerts, but I think the message is more so, why would you keep putting yourself in situations you don't feel comfortable in? Maybe that's just a recent realization you had to just stop going to concerts, even though everyone around you was enjoying it, being aware and in tune with what you actually enjoy. I'm feeling strongly that this energy or this collective is just discovering, and it feels like they're just now accepting that they don't have to endure discomfort to make others happy anymore. The journey I'm seeing where you radically accept this place seems to be calling in a new energy. And I think that that is the second energy I was picking up at the beginning of this reading. That's more ancestral. That's tied to your family roots. This has Cazimi energy all over it. This energy has spent many lifetimes with you and finds you in every life once your lessons have been learned. They wait for you kind of to find yourself fully, and then they come in. But I'm seeing that space really be created for them, like to be able to come in now. Now, I'm not saying that this person is going to save you and carry you off into the sunset. I don't want the collective to get confused here, although it is seeming so with Cazimi energy. It's big and bright and beautiful. I do think that they are a reflection of your growth to you. Like, they will show you how far you've come just by how they treat you and how life unfolds. And this doesn't have to be romantic. This could truly just be a friendship. This could be, a job. This could be an energy that just treats you the way you should have been treated in these fragmented energies of your past. So I'm really seeing the two astrology points being a highlight here, is that the Cazimi is the light finally being able to reach you fully, but the Juno is stopping those leaks from continuing so you can hold that light ongoing. The last thing I want to say is keep leaving comments. I know a lot of you already intuitively do. A lot of you are amazing at this. I just want to say it really helps me channel for you more efficiently. It's not a pull to like get engagement. I hope you don't think that. It really is. Downloads come in much more precise with energy nudges and the comments that I feel from your energy. Doesn't have to be personal if you feel uncomfortable with that, but I do love reading each and every one, and I love that you all are here with me. So cheers, friends.